Okay, we're going to tackle a B major. Now, it might be major for some of you, but try not to let it, because it will make sense. It will come to the fingers. It will. Okay, so a B is how many up from an A chord? How many semitones? How many steps? Half steps, should I say, up from an A chord? We go A sharp, B, right? Now there are several ways that we can play the B, but the most basic one that's going to make most sense right now for your brain and for your fingers is, I'm going to teach you two that will kind of make sense, all right? Without like, all right, so you play that A with the last three fingers, and we said it goes up one, right, and then up two. So if it went up one, we'd be in an A sharp, or otherwise known as a B flat, right? Flat meaning one below the B. Now, what's moved? What's moved here? Well, these three fingers have moved, right? So you know they're correct because you're purposely trying to fret them. Now, that A string's open. Can you hear it's out of tune with these three fingers that just moved? So we got... It's not right, is it? And the E string, that's out of tune as well, right? So we, forget these here at this point. And in an A, the E string is played open. I know the A string is played open. We'll address that in a second, right? But let's ignore the A string for now. Look, worry about the E string, right? The E string is effectively played at a fret below the first fret. It's played by the nut, the tension of the nut, right? Because it's open. And you're playing the rest of it at the second fret, right? That one there. So if this went up one, what would this have to do to make this correct mathematically? Everything else went up by one, so how many does this have to go up by? It goes up by one. So you can see that if you then move this shape up by one, and then this, what was an open one, up by one, it now becomes in tune, right? We've just learned A sharp, or, B flat. Maybe we'll start calling it B flat. That's the way you'll usually learn it and hear it, right? So there's a B flat. There's a bonus chord for you straight away. And that's, you can move that around with the other chords you know. So there's that movable kind of A. It becomes a movable thing, right? And everything I'm about to show you with this B applies with the B flat, okay? So let's move it up one more. So now if we move a B flat up one, like that, everything, and we play those bottom four again, what are we playing? What are we playing? Answers in the comments. What are we playing? Bum, bum, bum. We are playing a B major. Okay. So you can play it like that. And, for some of you that are really ahead of the curve here, put up one more. Same shape exactly with the bottom four. We're playing. What are we playing? Put that in the comments below. What are we playing now? With this finger at the third fret and these guys at the five. We're playing a C. You hear the difference between the tone of that? Okay, so we now have a movable shape. Hello. We've just unlocked a load of options. So get this nailed in, get these comfortable, and you're going to get lots and lots of new fun options open on the guitar for yourself, right? Woo! Right, okay, so B, we're talking B effectively, but you've got kind of a whole concept there unlocking for you. So you can do it the other way by, do you remember we spoke about that A? And effectively the A would need to move in line, right? So that would have to go 2 below. Because when we play it here, the 2 open ones are 2 below, right? This is 1 below, and then the nut is another 1 below. So if we're here on the 4th fret, the other notes to be correct would have to be 2 below. So we could try playing it here on the A string with this finger. But then this E string would be out of tune. It's going to be a different note. It's, you know, a different chord. Which is quite nice sounding, right? There's nothing wrong, but it's just not a B. Because that's making it not B. But you can play the 4 middle and do it like that. So you can either play the B as a, and we'll tab it, okay, as an XX 4 4 4 2, or you can play it as an X 2 4 4 4 X. Okay. The other way you might see this done is to use the 3rd finger to try and press down on all 3 of these middle strings and create what's called a bar using your 3rd finger here. It's gonna, you know, it's another way of learning it, and you know, that then gives you those 4 middle strings. Doesn't matter then if this finger obscures and mutes that bottom E because it's not being used anyway, right? So that's fine, yeah? So, you know, it would be the same, but you're just using the 1 finger to do it. But of course, you know, it's up to you, really. You can try and learn it that way, or you could learn it always. Okay, there is a solid way that uses this and brings them both up together, but we're not going to go into it. But that would be what's called a bar chord. We're not touching them. We're not throwing you into that yet. The challenge of bar chords. It's waiting its turn. So you've got the concept of a B there, and once you can play this, you could play a C sharp, a D sharp, an E. This is an E, this is an E. It's a very high sounding E. Let's just check it against the E we know. Can you hear it's the same, right? There you go. You've got a B and more. See you soon.